And welcome back, everyone. I am Kev. We are in the Gerald Mountains at the Gerald... where are we exactly? The Gerald View Inn. We're in Bruma. That's where we are. That's Inigo. That's the innkeeper, Stantis. And that's Arissa, just finishing up breakfast. We spent the night here and discovered that... what was his name? Razzle Bazzle? Something like that. Someone we met here in Bruma is a scam artist. Selling people goods that don't really live up to the promise. So Razzle Dazzle asked us to collect payment for these goods that he's been selling that people have decided not to pay him for because they're a scam. And so far I've failed miserably at collecting payment. So let's see what we have to do here. I think we're going to be meeting a whole bunch of new people.
Damnable tavern! Damnable owner! How dare he allow that lizard to engage in such a salacious display? Scandalous!
Scandalous? What's your problem?
It's a dingy squad filled with criminals, rats, and lice. The amount of underhanded deals and crooked business that goes on there, it beggars belief! I want its proprietor to land in hot water with our dear guard captain. He deserves it, no? Say, would you help me with that?
Why exactly should I help you?
You should help me because the tavern is filled with criminals. They deal with bandits. They steal, they rob. Surely it's only right that they face justice for what they do.
Yeah, we'll give it a try.
Excellent. As it so happens, I'm a mage by trade. I have access to many magical items from my home of Alinor. Take this. It's a very special memory gem. I have one active at all times, and this particular one recorded everything that happened in the tavern that night. Take it, and let the guard captain listen to it. Irrefutable evidence. I'm sure he'll see fit to take action then.
A memory gem. Check.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later. Arissa, stocking up on firewood. Excellent. Good choice. This would be the poor... Oh, that's a fire. Watch out! That would be the poor section of town, I believe. Some guards running somewhere. Let's head back up to the palace and
Respect
see
the law.
if...
Respect yourself.
I was going to say Jarl, but I believe this is a duke. Where's the... Did I miss it? No, here it is. Couldn't find the way in for a minute. Castle Bruma, Great Hall. Oh, we have to level up too. Right on. So let's do that. Health, stamina, magicka. Let's go with health for now. And let's hit a little harder. Can't do that yet. Light armor. Armor up. Guards.
Good morning.
Good morning. The Duke is not up yet. What time is it? 8 o'clock. Alright. Let's discuss what we have to do here. Absent antiquity. I was approached in Castle Bruma last night by the exasperated captain of the city guard, Adius Villius. The Count of Bruma, Dacillus Carvane, has been endlessly complaining about the theft of his Akaveri artifact collection. Adius would be relieved if I found the heirloom so he can focus on other, more important issues. Alright. So we have that. And we should also let him listen to the memory gem. Visit the Hall of the Champion. Collect payment from... Kill the marauding bandits. I believe that is also a quest for here and not Skyrim. So, well, since we're here, let's wait an hour. See if that will get anyone important. I hear footsteps. Hello. Like a very diary translation. Day 3, it is with a heavy heart and a trembling hand that I pen this latest entry. It has been several days since I have seen anyone else on the road from our garrison at Grey Ridge. It's a long book. Hello! Oh, look, it's Thalmor. Who are you? Who are you?
What do you need?
Oh, you are the person we spoke
Farewell.
with. And you're Top Knot. Is this... You look confused. Viscount.
Marcius Carvey, Viscount Bruma. The title garners a lot
Viscount.
of respect and a fair few privileges. Anyway, how can I help you?
Well, let's see. Let me get close
I
enough
am
to talk to you.
Marcius Carvey, Viscount Bruma, at your service. Have you read my book by any chance?
You wrote a book?
Yes, An Explorer's Guide to Skyrim. Very popular in Skyrim. Seems to turn up in the most unusual of places.
You're the person who authored that. I would never have realized. What's going on in County Bruma?
The usual, honest citizens, wild animals, bandits, all in one melting pot. That and stubborn Talos worshippers. They've always been a risk to Bruma since the Concordat. Old habits die hard.
What does a Viscount do?
As Viscount, I'm a sort of secondary count, if you will. I deal with a lot of the same duties as the Count, albeit deferring to him. Often, when the Count is busy with other matters, he delegates lesser affairs to me.
What's it like being a Viscount?
It's quite interesting. It also affords me a fair amount of respect. Being the Count's second in command is no mean feat.
Right.
Farewell.
Right on. So where's the
I'm
Count?
the Count Steward here in Bruma. If there is anything you need, I'll try my best to help you.
Is he faking that accent, Marissa? I think he is.
What
Rignar?
is it?
I'm looking for bounties. You're the steward?
Indeed I am. I handle the day-to-day business of the county on behalf of the Count.
I wish I
the
could see
fair
your
and
face.
honorable Silas Carvey.
Let me just
Farewell.
move over this way so I can see who I'm talking to. There we go. Adia's hired me. Let's talk about the stolen artifacts.
So the guard captain's actually looking into it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Well, I am.
Can't have the Carvane artifact collection lost to some random burglar.
Did you see the theft? What artifacts exactly are missing?
Some amulets, some rings, a katana, all of a Kaviri design. Priceless relics. Very valuable and very well loved by the Count.
Did you see the theft? What happened?
I didn't know. I was just doing the rounds here in the castle. I was about to go to bed for the night when I noticed something. Normally there's a little glint in the corner of my eye. The light bouncing off of one of the Akaviri amulets. But this time, nothing. I went to investigate, and the artifacts were gone. I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
I'm done with questions for now.
Best of luck with your investigation.
So, where's the Duke? I think, some nice armor there. Nice shield there. Well. Who are you?
Good morning.
Good morning. You have nothing
See
to
you.
say to me. Who are you?
Is
You're
there
the Count.
something I can do for you?
The Count, not the Duke. Not the Duke. I'm so confused. What questions do we have here? Tell me about yourself.
I am Silas Carvane. I have the singular honor of acting as Count of Bruma, defending her walls and ruling over her people. I am young, and I know some use this as ammunition with which to criticize me. But they are short-sighted, and they are foolish. I act in the best interest of Bruma at all times. I will always fight valiantly to defend her from threats both within and without. That is what matters.
That didn't sound rehearsed. How does Bruma fare?
Well enough, I suppose. The Great War mostly spared Bruma. Thank the Divines for that. Most of Cyrodiil didn't have such good fortune.
So how did the Great War affect Bruma?
It didn't, mostly, and thank the Divines for that. Of course, there were Dominion scouts roaming the Gerals on occasion, but that's to be expected. Minor skirmishes are not what people refer to when they speak of the horrors of the Great War, though. They mean the Battle of the Red Ring. They mean the sacking of Anvil. And these are evils that Bruma was spared. Her walls remain unharmed, and her buildings remain upright. That being said, Cyrodiil herself reels after the Great War, emotionally and psychologically. It took its toll on the whole province, and Bruma is no exception. Bruma may be spared the physical scars of the Great War, but the mental scars, they run just as deep here as they do anywhere.
What else can you tell me about Bruma?
Bruma is the jewel of the Geral Mountains, a strong and hardy city, imperial in name, but equally Nordic by blood. And while the county surrounding her is frosty, as Viscount Carvain says, the hearts of our people burn brighter than the warmest hearth. We have our share of problems, I won't deny that, but Bruma is a prosperous county given the times. Compared to Shadenhall and Breville, Bruma might as well be paradise, and at least we were spared the horrors of the Great War. Mostly.
Mostly. Do you have any trouble facing the city?
Not particularly, no. I certainly don't envy my friends across the border in Skyrim, though. These are truly dark times for the Empire. Let us hope that this storm blows over, as of all the rest. But something makes me think this one's different. I fear Tamriel will never be the same again. If it's work you seek, speak with my Viscount, Marcius Carvain. He's more likely to have work for you than I. He spends most of his time in the castle.
Okay, I've met him. What's it like being Count?
It's a complicated task, let's put it that way. On the one hand, there are the Imperials. On the other, there are the Nords. And then, there are the other cultures to contend with as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the Stormcloak uprising in Skyrim has complicated things to a certain extent. But I'm proud to serve Bruma and her people.
Well, nice speaking with you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, kids, let's head out. And we'll explore a little bit more.
Always carry a good stock of potions and restoratives around with you. Never know when you'll be lying on the ground bleeding out.
Good point. Good point. We love swilling potions. Ah, what's going on here?
Guard Captain Adius Villius, I urge you to listen to read.
How quaint.
The Thalmor's authority
Whoa.
extends across the entire Empire. Bruma is no exception.
I didn't get to speak with
know
you
it's
good morning.
yesterday.
We're not defying your
Good
precious
morning. Why are you so
concordant, are we?
condescending?
Surely the better question would be why so patient? Because I can tell you in no uncertain terms that you are trying my patience with your primitive blubbering and inane questions. Leave me.
Oh, you are a Thalmor. What do you and Armian do?
Hunt down and execute Talos worshippers, keep people in line, and enforce the White Gold Concordat.
There you go again with that spirit of the concordant
Just the two of you do,
nonsense.
huh?
As guard captain of Bruma, I
Why
have
does the Empire let you walk around here like you own the place?
Oh, but we practically do. I presume even one such as yourself is aware of the White Gold Concordat, yes?
Yes.
That document guarantees the Thalmor the end of worship of that miserable little man-god the Nords so love to falsely revere, Talos. We need to ensure that this agreement is upheld.
You show me what part of your precious
Ah,
concordant
enjoy being snooty. Someday I'll just snip that hair off.
Oh, and don't mind the cobblestones. They're slippery this time of year.
Good afternoon.
Every time of year, really.
That's a
Don't
subtle
break
threat.
your neck now.
Adius.
Needing an inn? Go to the Gerald View. There's another tavern in town, the Restful Watchman, but it has a bad reputation. Well deserved.
Right on. I have this memory gem for you. It's a recording of the events in the Restful Watchman.
Oh, this should be interesting. Go ahead. Let's listen.
Use the memory gem to begin playback. Okay, memory gem. How do we use it? And where is it? Let's try here. Yep, there it is. Memory gem.
What's that snot-brained Altmer doing here? This is no place for one of them.
You don't think he's Stoutmore, do you?
Hello.
No, doesn't seem the sort. But he's still not the right type for our little den. Might bring the wrong kind of attention.
Is there something I can do for you?
Stabbing
Heard there
him
were
would be
ogres around. Be
excessive,
careful, traveler.
So...
Hello.
I know. Why don't we treat him to a little show of our favorite lusty Argonian maid?
Perfect. Let's go fetch her. Here, take this coin. I'd like to buy a little show for my Altmer friend over there.
Sure thing.
Oh, one other thing. He wanted you to roleplay as Liftsertail, you know, from...
Altmer. Always the same fantasy. Sure thing. Hey, darling. I heard you wanted a date with Liftsertail.
What is the meaning of this? Liftsertail? What a ridiculous name for an even more ridiculous... Oh my!
Liftsertail.
Soxus's breath! What in oblivion are you doing? I demand that you put that back on! Ariel, give me strength! Cease and desist! I demand that you cease and desist at once, you cretinous lizard woman! Stop jiggling about! I can't take this anymore. I think I'm going to faint. I
wonder if she's lifted her tail.
Ah. Ha! It worked. Otis, you really are a genius.
I know. Sop didn't even know what hit him.
Ha! They breed 'em special in Alinor, don't they?
Okay, well, that's that. Captain, what do you think?
That's certainly very interesting.
Saucy, I would say.
I'm not sure that
Very
there's
saucy.
much in there that I can take action on.
I agree.
Tell our Altmer friend that I'm very sorry. Tell our Altmer friend that I'm very sorry.
I'll tell him twice, just for you.
Until next time.
Oh, the Thalmor. So where is our Altmer friend now?
County Bruma.
Perhaps down here.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, traveler. Courier.
What is it?
Leo, we spoke. Grelda? I don't think that's Grelda. Looks like Grelda. Harold.
Excuse me, but have you ever heard of the champion of Cyrodiil?
I don't have time for this. No, never. Of course, the champion aided Martin in saving the world from Meruna's Dagon. Let's just say no for now.
The champion of Cyrodiil is the reason Tamriel is still intact. And yet you've never heard? The champion fought alongside Martin during the Oblivion Crisis back in the Third Era. They closed the Oblivion Gates and fought alongside the Blades during the Battle of Bruma, where they managed to shut down the Great Gate. The champion also killed Manca Camera, and with Martin's help saved the Imperial City from Daedric invasion.
Oh, I think that's the guy we need to talk
The champion is
to.
my inspiration, second only to Captain Bird. You know, the distant relative. I have a very large collection of Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts, my pride and joy, and I always want to expand it. Perhaps one day you'll aid me in that pursuit, huh? But that day isn't today. I need to track down another artifact first. Anyway, thank you for your time, and sorry for approaching you so abruptly. Sometimes
approached
my
you.
passion for the champion can carry me away. Sorry again. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're interested, come to my house. I have a fantastic Champion of Cyrodiil museum tour available. Innumerable Champion of Cyrodiil artifacts. Come, check it out when you can.
I never get tired of museum tours. Hello.
You're back.
I am.
Have you played back the memory gem's recording for the captain?
I did.
When is he arresting that damnable innkeeper?
He's not much he can do.
Zarx's backside.
He's not much he can do. There's not much he can
I've had
do.
enough of this cretinous Cyrodiil. I'm returning to Alinor. At least there I'm not assailed by lustful lizards.
Inform Bentir that Surendil has left Bruma. Okay, we can do that. Well, see ya. Enjoy not being assaulted by lustful lizards. Albesius? Tell me about yourself. He's the bald, silent type. I may need to turn on subtitles here. Settings, audio, voice, music. No, that's not it. Display. That's probably not it either. You can tell that I never come in here. Dialogue subtitles. There we go. General subtitles too. Just dialogue for now. Albesius. Yes, traveler, what do you need? Tell me more about yourself. I am Albesius Albecius of the Jusani family. I am privileged to enjoy quite a comfortable life, but I do try to give something back to the less fortunate folk when I can. I missed all of that last paragraph. Well, tell me about the Jusani family. Those are going by a little quickly. That's not to say we're the Elder Council, but we don't tend to be ignored either. That's not to say we don't pick up on new opportunities when we can, of course. Our family must always strive for bigger and better things, not to sound like a priest of St. Martin. Heh. Okay, so apparently there is still some voice work that needs to be recorded.
Well,
Rilja?
here to browse my fine selection of ancient Nordic items.
You sound like someone I know, or could possibly know, or may have known in the past, or in another life. Well, anyway, why sell ancient Nordic artifacts?
Why not?
Artifacts. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to turn off those subtitles again. Why are you here in Cyrodiil if you're so attached to Skyrim?
The same reason I sell ancient Nordic artifacts, so that the young Nords here in Bruma can be reminded of their roots. Bruma has all the surface trappings of Skyrim, the snow, the cold, but Skyrim is so much more than that. Something Bruma isn't and can never be. It's about the Nordic ruins dotting the landscape, about the dragon walls. It's about the diversity. Whiterun and the Reach, the Pale and Eastmarch. That variation of Nordic culture is something Cyrodiil doesn't have. I'll be content if my presence here reminds just a few Nords that they're not just Imperials with more facial hair and deeper voices.
You'll be content. You'll be speaking like Kev speaks. How's business?
It's doing well. A lot of travelers tend to buy from me, as well as young Nords who are soul-searching, trying to find the Nordic heritage here in Cyrodiil.
Where did you get these artifacts?
Many of them I collected during my adventuring days. I used to wander Skyrim in search of opportunity and adventure. I went through my fair share of Nordic ruins back in those days, and I took a liking to the ancient Nordic metalwork. So, I began to collect them as I adventured, and when I finally decided to settle down, I had quite an extensive stock.
Yeah, I understand that. Things
It's
build
all
up
for
quickly.
sale. Just let me know when you've made up your mind.
Ancient Nord boots. Is any of this important? Ruined books? You're selling ruined books. Do I have anything to sell you that I want to sell? Sure. I sure do. Keep the woodcutter's axe. It's not a bad sword. The one I have is better. So I don't need that for now. What about you guys?
Farewell.
Do you oh, you've got better gear than I do. Arissa.
Yeah?
Let's trade.
This burden is getting a little heavy, just so you know.
That's not what I wanted to do.
All
Nope.
right, let's get this over with.
Nope. Nope again. Let's manage your equipment.
Okay.
You've got a hunting bow and a bunch of steel arrows and an armsman's sword. So let's give you a better hunting bow. They are both good hunting bows. Well, okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. All right. Rilja.
I'm proud of. Step right up. Step right up. I've got just what you're looking for.
There you go.
See
Thanks
ya.
for selling to me. Oh.
What is it?
Sell us. You're not
Until
speaking
next
to me
time.
either. Rill.
I take pride in my potions.
What brought you to Bruma?
There wasn't already an alchemist in town when I came up here, and I figured it was a burgeoning market and a ripe opportunity. Fortune favors the bold, or so they say.
Not many Bosmer in Bruma.
No, there aren't. Doesn't matter much to me, but sometimes I do feel kind of isolated among all the Nords and Imperials.
Do you have any work available?
I'm always on the lookout for ingredients. Tending this stall leaves me little time to gather ingredients in the wilderness, and the Timberwolves are always a threat regardless. Tell you what, you bring me some clouded funnel, carambolette, and milk thistle.
Oh, I'll pay you some septims for each you bring me and a bonus sum once you've brought them all. What do you say? Sure, I say.
Thanks. Get back to me with the ingredients, and you'll get your coin.
How's business? Good. Oh, good enough. Nothing to write home to Chorl about, but it's a decent living. Okay, I have the clouded funnel. Clouded
Wonderful.
funnel.
Clouded funnel is a favorite for mages.
Wow, that's a good sum. That's not
Bye.
a bad business.
Can I help you?
You didn't help me before. Greyfard Peyton. Peyton.
Greetings, customer. Would you like to buy some new apparel?
You seem nervous.
You can tell, huh? Yeah, I'm not exactly the best salesman. Don't exactly like being one either. Don't worry though, I'm a much better tailor than I am a merchant.
Alchemical wonders all here.
Why are you a merchant if you don't like being one?
You know, I always thought about doing something else. Becoming an adventurer or whatnot. It's just, well, I'm not cut out for that kind of lifestyle. As my good ma always said, Gryfard, my worthless, good-for-nothing son, you gotta do something with your life. And since you seem to be better at sewing than spellcasting, you'd best become a clothing merchant, so here I am. Yeah, she's a lovely woman, my mother. Powerful mage, too. If you see her around these parts, though, you warn me right away. She's the reason I left High Rock.
Will she come for you? How's business?
All right, I suppose. My sales pitch isn't very good, I know, but I still get a fair few customers. Everyone needs something to wear, I guess.
My suggestion would
See
be
you
to
around.
hire someone to do the sales work for you so you could concentrate on making these fabulous clothing items. Hello, again, person who won't speak with me. Buttram the Hammer.
Yes, come to hear of an old man's adventures?
Sure, tell me some stories.
You bet I would. But I'm sorry if this comes across the wrong way, traveler, but, well, I'm poor. I'm no good for jobs anymore, and people aren't going to pay you for just existing. So, tell you what, you give me a couple of septims, and I'll regale you with some stories. Sound like a fair trade, stranger?
I can spare 2 septims, sure thing.
Thanks, stranger. Rare to see such a generous sort here in Bruma.
I just earned a whole bunch of money by selling some ingredients, so you go ahead and tell me a story.
It was a bright, sunny Turdas in Whiterun Hold. I was hanging around Dragon's Reach, hoping to meet a rich noble lady and strike up a conversation. What can I say? I was young and naive. Imagine my surprise when out of the keep, instead of a noblewoman, comes a beautiful battle maiden, covered head to toe in beautifully crafted steel. She carried a huge steel claymore on her back, and I have no doubt that she'd have wielded it just as well, if not better, than any of the city guard. Paralyzed by panic, I remained silent, dared not to say anything to her, even as she was breathing in my face. She chuckled, then asked me if I was up for a challenge.
Fist fight.
Said there were some bandits in a local cave, marked it on my map, and challenged me to clear it out. Blinded by my own lust, I accepted. She handed me that glistening greatsword she carried on her back. I wasn't trained with a weapon, but I was strong. I could hold it, unlike most. She said she was impressed by that. So I took the greatsword to the cave she had described. Well, it was actually a mine of sorts. Ember Shard, they called it. I headed inside. Down the slope, I could just see, through the gloom, the red glowing eyes of a Dunmer. I assumed he was a bandit, but I wanted to be sure. Foolish and young. That was me.
Right. Shoot first, ask questions
like a
later.
Damned fool, I called out to him. "What are you doing down here?" I asked. He said nothing, but I saw his eyes narrow with anger in the dark. Then they got larger and larger, and I heard footsteps.
Oh.
He was coming towards me. I was done for. Then, all of a sudden, I heard a clink. The Dunmer had stepped on a pressure plate.
Oh,
and just like
flames?
that, a whole pile of boulders came crashing down from the rafters and crushed him under them. That was one bandit dealt with. His screams as he died,
yes,
and the sound of the rocks falling, attracted the attention of the rest of the bandits in the mine.
Oh, there were more.
I heard who I can only assume was their leader shout, in his typically guttural orcish voice. "Seems like we've got company, boys. Weapons out, eyes peeled. Let's go."
What did you
I
do?
hid in the darkness, once again paralyzed by fear and doubt. Then an idea struck me. What if I made a trap of my own? I took the Battle Maiden's longsword and put it up in the rafters where the boulders were. I rearmed the pressure plate to the best of my abilities. Just as I was finished, the orc rounded the corner, as did a band of other brigands. One of them held a torch and waved it around to illuminate the whole entranceway. Soon enough, they saw me. That was it. My big moment. My life or my death. The orc saw the boulders on the ground. I can only assume he took it as a sign that the trap had already been triggered and was safe to stand on. And so he stood on the plate. That was his big mistake. The great sword came careening down from the rafters with a force the likes of which I'd never seen before. By the blessings of Stendar, it impaled him straight through the gut. He bled what looked like lakes full of blood, and no sooner had I blinked than he died. The rest of the bandits very close behind him tripped over his flailing feet as he fell. They went diving headfirst into the rocks that lay on the ground, and the blow on the head ended them too.
All five
It was
of them?
then that the door opened behind me. My heart damn near stopped. The bandits wanted their retribution, I thought. My life's reached its end. But it was the Battle Maiden. She had realized I might have taken her joke seriously, and so she came to try to warn me before it was too late. She saw them all there, lying dead, including the orc who had the greatsword still sticking out of him. Her eyes widened in shock. Let's just say I was economical with the truth when explaining what happened during the encounter. It was then she told me she was one of the companions, an order of warriors based out of Whiterun. She said I had what it takes to be one of them, and so I joined up the next day. And that's the story of how a few happy accidents got me into a life of adventuring, I suppose. Funny the way the world works.
That is a great story. Excuse me. A little too much ale there while we spoke. So, I do have a question for you that's not popping up here. Why are you not still a companion?
Goodbye, friend.
Well, so long. Is it nighttime already? It's getting dark. The Restful Watchman. Seems like we need to go here. A condemned house. Condemned
Heard there
house.
were ogres around. Be careful,
above.
traveler.
Let's go into the Restful Watchman first, shall we? We've heard so much about this place. Maybe we'll get to see Razor Tails.
Hello.
Are you Razortail? No, you are Crouches and Crevices. Are you Razortail?
Can I help you?
No, you're an orc. Dumrag Gro Marag. Bentior.
I've got rooms, I've got food and drinks, and 1,000 elven ladies under my belt.
Heard anything about stolen Akavari heirlooms? Might as well be direct.
I don't tend to gossip about my patrons. Bad for business, you know, especially when you're in my line of work.
What kind of line of work is that? Sounds, not so honest. Just tell me, we don't want any legal complications.
Well, true enough. There's this Breton guy who comes through here every now and again. Sleaziest guy I've ever seen. Except for me, of course. Got a reputation to maintain, you know?
He's a ventriloquist.
Name's
Is he talking
Etienne,
through the bread?
Or something like that. Anyway, he mentioned something to do with Akaviri trinkets while we spoke. Mentioned wanting to sell them or something. I guess he's your man.
Where can I find him?
I don't know. Listen, do you really think I'm going to tell you everything about my customers? That's a sure way to get run out of this business.
Don't play dumb with me. We're both smarter than that.
Not going to happen.
Answer me, or you lose more than your patrons.
Not going to happen.
I'll be
Go
back.
on. Try.
Hello.
Great oogly boogly. How do we pressure him? Crouches?
Until next time.
Hello.
Dumrag?
To fail at a simple job like that. No way it was just a coincidence. It must have been. Oh, hello. What are you looking at? Speak.
What are you mumbling about?
That's none of your... I suppose there's no harm in telling you now. Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to help. I'm a mercenary. Been one for years now, and I don't often fail a job. But this last time, I did fail, but not through any fault of my own.
Let me guess. You need a hero to save the day. Tell me more.
I'd been hired by some anonymous noble to clear out a cave full of bandits near Bruma. Offer some nice coin, too. My wife came with me. We were battle partners. Things were going well until we were ambushed. Bandit reinforcements showed up out of nowhere, flanking us the way we came. They bound us and gagged us, left us disarmed and defeated. They left with my wife and left me to die. I managed to escape my captivity, but when I got back to the cave, they'd gone. All of them, including my wife. I've been searching for her damn near a whole year now. No success.
I don't suppose there's pay involved if I help.
A mercenary, eh? Someone after my own heart. Sure there'd be. I have a bit of coin left over from the old days.
All right, I'll help you.
Praise Malakath. Once you turn up something solid, let me know. I'll be here. The best place to start is probably the castle. Ask the nobles, see if they know anything.
The castle? Why would the nobles know anything?
What are you doing gawking at me? Shoo! I've given you a task.
Gort?
Unless you
My
think
weapon wants a temperin'. Things want a killin'. Fetch me 3 iron ingots to temper my weapon and my book a killin' so I know who needs killin'. Then I'll give you gold.
Consider it done.
Good. My killin' arm's itching to do more killin'.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. And a
Can I
drill.
help you?
You're the one from the market. Undesirable, perhaps. Bedrooms? Not very large.
Can I help you?
Well, okay, I guess back to speak with some nobles.
My hammer, a goblin's head, and a mug of ale. Great way to spend a Freitas night.
Court. Interesting man. Interesting man. Nights seem to come so quickly.
I'm Galerin, Synod Hopeful. If you have any cuts or bruises, I'd be happy to practice my restoration on you.
Really?
What can I do for you?
So you're a mage?
Yes, I am. I'm hoping to join the Synod Conclave here in Bruma.
What do you specialize in?
Restoration mostly, but I also enjoy alchemy and alteration. Not so big on destruction. I like preserving life, not taking it.
How did you end up here in Bruma?
Oh, I was born in Bruma. I traveled around Cyrodiil and lived for a few years in Coral, but the mountains and the cold air always called to me.
Coral.
My parents used to say there must have been some Nord blood in our
That's
family
how you
for me to
pronounce
love the
it.
snow so
Coral.
much. There probably isn't, of course. My parents were from High Rock. That's about as Breton as it gets. Too bad they aren't here to see me make the Synod. I think they would have been proud.
Did something happen to them?
They died a while back. Papa got sick, so Mama went out adventuring to try and raise money for a healer. Mama never made it back, so Papa never got his healing. I'm not broken up about it anymore. It happened several years ago now. But I do still miss the feeling of family, of being loved, you know? In any case, being a mage of the Synod will help with that. That will be my place to belong.
Okay, well, apparently you will be coming with us. Good to know. Good to meet
Fine.
you. Who is this? The courier.
Nope, sorry.
Who is this?
Nothing.
Traveler.
What do you need?
Guards. Looks like everyone is home in bed. Who's this? Is this Razzle Dazzle?
Elentius
No.
Rentilia, Master Alterationist of the Synod here in Bruma at your service.
Ist?
Hello.
Ist? You're certainly cheery.
Why shouldn't I be? I'm in the cosmopolitan heartland of the Empire, working in a Synod conclave with warm hearth and good pay. What more could I ask for?
Good question. What are your thoughts on the College of Whispers? What happens here in the Bruma Conclave?
Not very much, truth be told. Cadius can tell you the official jargon better than I, but suffice it to say, we're quite comfortable and provide a much-needed, if thankless, service. We are the face of the Synod, you see. Our presence here in Bruma gets magic into the psyche of the common man. Surely that could only be a good thing.
Sure, okay, alright. I'll agree with you with that. On that, about that. Do you sell any spells? Why don't you sell any spells?
That, well, I could, but I can't.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Well, that answers that. What are your thoughts about the College of Whispers? What is the College of Whispers?
They're another organization similar to ours. Sadly, we're not on good terms. Sometimes I wonder to myself if it would be better to just form an alliance with them. But then I remember such talk will get me kicked out of the Synod, and then I shut my mouth. And speaking of shutting my mouth...
There you go. What does an alterationist do?
What a curious question. Well, I do a lot of things relating to alteration. One of my current particular areas of study happens to be alteration enchantments. You know the trickiest thing about enchantments? Soul gems. Very grim, harvesting souls and imprisoning them in gems. Hard for me to do. Means I've been unable to do any enchantments for a while. Come to think of it, would you be a sport and bring me a filled common soul gem? I'd pay you for your trouble.
Sure.
Great! Just bring it back when you've got it. A common soul gem is all I need. Nothing fancier than that.
Nothing fancier than that. Well, it's good to meet
See you around.
Ist. Can I go inside? Sounds like there may be someone in here who might be able to answer more of my questions.
Indeed, this is odd. And you say it just appeared here out of thin air?
It isn't mine, that's for sure. Where do you think it came from?
What is with this commotion? Where did that come from? Who made this mess?
That's
This
the
is a
thing.
mess?
We don't know.
It just appeared, out of thin air. Maybe that stranger over there has something to do with it.
What? I just
You
walked
there.
in the door.
Come here.
What?
You there. Are you the cause of this mess in my conclave?
What mess?
Don't play ignorant with me. You are involved in this somehow.
This thing?
I mean, really. You expect me to believe that you just happened to randomly walk in just as this statue appeared here?
Why and how would I have made that?
Well, I'm not
Mess.
entirely sure, but I suppose within the unknowable depths of the arcane, something such as this is not entirely implausible. That said, I suppose it would be downright foolish of you to strut in here after causing the mess. Well then, I apologize for the inconvenience. Welcome to the Bruma Synod Conclave. Attendant, clean up this mess, would you?
Don't
and
know
take that statue
what
to the
you are
back
all
for
talking
examination.
Yes, first adjunct.
Maybe we should have brought a mage with us. Cadius. Roland. Cadius? Oh. Okay. Roland?
I'm Roland Wickert. Hello?
Hello. What do you do here?
Me? I'm the resident destruction expert here. Well, if you want to call me an expert. I wouldn't. I'm still learning, honing my craft, as they say. My ultimate goal is to perfect the art of defensive spellcasting. I want to be able to conjure the raw power of combative forces of nature and beyond at will. But that'll have to come later. Hopefully sooner later, rather than later.
Yeah, I understand that. Can you teach me spells?
Destruction spells? No, not really. If you really want to learn, you'd have to join up with us before I can show you what I know. Nobody here is even allowed to teach you the advanced stuff, though. Synod or not. It goes against regulations. Not that I've really reached the advanced stage yet myself, anyway.
What's the point, then? What do you think about the College of Whispers?
I think the same as everyone else around here about them.
Which is?
That they're another magical organization that the Synod have no standing relationship with.
And that doesn't seem rehearsed either. I'm here to collect payment for Razzle Dazzle.
Oh, I'm sorry. I completely slipped my mind. Here you go.
As it is, I don't exactly have the time for trifles such as this. You seem like a helpful fellow. Would you be willing to help discover the source of this mysterious object?
Oh, now
If
you're
so,
talking to me.
let me know. I could use someone of strong wit and not merely of strong arm.
And still busy. Oh, what is this? That's a hammer.
Good day to you, Cadius.
Get it?
Same to you, journeyman. Was there something you needed?
And you're in theater to
I'm
close.
curious. What's the status of the situation brewing up at Underpaw Cave? The rumors of necromancers there don't seem to have ceased. In truth, they might have
Necromancers?
actually grown worse.
I'll send someone to investigate the situation as soon as I am able. I appreciate your concern, journeyman.
What about me?
What brings you to the Bruma Synod Conclave this fine day?
Well, you said you had a job.
As you noticed when walking in, a couple of seemingly random items have been appearing in the Conclave of late, and I'm not quite sure as to why. Given that, as you can no doubt imagine, the Conclave is very busy, I am willing to hire external agents to look into this.
What do you want me to do?
After the first item appeared, I had one of the attendants, Attendant Wickard, take it back to the study area for examination.
Yes, I saw that.
Check with him and see if he's discovered anything.
I will see if he's discovered anything. Hey, excuse me. We're not done. We're not done talking. Tell me about the Synod.
We are an organization of mages, officially sanctioned by the Empire. We play much the same role as the Mages Guild of years gone by. We seek to protect magical knowledge for future generations, and ensure that the secrets of Magicka are kept only in responsible hands.
And what is this place?
This is a Synod conclave. It is one of many throughout Cyrodiil, within which can be found the most talented mages of our time.
Alright, okay. Talented mages. Talented. What are your thoughts on the College of Whispers?
The College of Whisperers is a group that the Synod has no relationship with. The Synod is the premier imperially sanctioned magical institution in Tamriel. That is all you need to know.
Is that all I need to know? It seems like there's more that I need to know. When someone tells me that's all I need to know, I get curious. Do you get much clientele here in Bruma?
Clientele? We are not really a store, so I can't say we do. If you are inquiring as to whether there are many practitioners of magic, or those with an interest in it here in Bruma, there are some, but fewer than in much of Cyrodiil. Nords aren't really the kind to promote the study of the magical arts, you see, so our recruitment rate is somewhat low.
I would be like, there's only 3 of you here. So, can I learn magic here?
Magic is not a gift to be trifled with, citizen. I am sorry, but we do not yet have reason enough to teach you spells. Perhaps if you were a ranking member of the Synod, we might reconsider.
So I would have to join. I don't know that I want to do that yet. You did say there were a couple of items that popped up. The statue wasn't the first?
No, it wasn't. Preceding its arrival, here in the Conclave was a mess of fire salts all over the living quarters. Obviously, fire salts are not too uncommon around a Conclave, so I passed it off as insignificant. Despite the other members' claims that they hadn't left any fire salts around. Now I'm sure it and the statue are connected somehow. Quite perplexing. You'd better get on it.
College of Whispers. Oh, he's getting ready for bed. Oh, we'll let you sleep. Where did everyone else go? Oh, we can enchant items. Synod Enchanting Rule. This enchanter is property of the Synod. Using it without our consent and supervision is a crime. Great. Acknowledged by the ruling court of Bruma. See first adjunct Cadius. Right. So, can't use it. Not yet, anyway. Restore health potion. But we can use the alchemy lab. Interesting. Well, there's this thing. An Ayleid statue. Fire salts and an Ayleid statue. We read this. No, same thing. Okay, well, what's downstairs? Can we go into the basement? Oh, more rooms. Anyone here? Are we gonna get in trouble? Dining area. Bedrooms. Roland. We spoke with Roland. Elentius.
Can I help you?
Do you have anything else to tell me? No.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good nap. Conclave. This is going back upstairs? Yes, it is. What's upstairs? A wee bit of a drawing room. Robes. Last King of the Ayleids. A lot of books. Some Imperial Boots of Waning Shock. Nope, nope. I wanted to jump. Well, I think maybe we'll head back to the inn for the night. What's over here? Smelter. There is a smelter. Can we use it? Don't have any ore. Who's speaking? Whoa! Dragon! Dragon and Bruma. Kids, I'm going to need your help. Absolutely going to need your help. Steel arrows. Those will work. Is it just going away? Whoa! I just shot right into the air. Where'd it go? There it is. There it is. Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot it! Yeah, should have brought a mage. Should have brought a mage. Where is it? Down here. Over here. Shoot it! Shoot it hard. Shoot it harder. I missed it. Everyone else shoot it. It's having trouble taking off now. It is down. It is down. Is everyone okay? Everyone okay? Everyone? Everyone. Oh, everyone's running just like they do in Skyrim. I look heavier. I'm sure I will be here in a second. Everyone alright? Everyone alright? Just a little singed? None the worse for wear? Ah, more people are coming.
Most
Alright.
decent people are warm.
We'll just take everything that the dragon can give us. Well, hey folks. Hey there. Hi there. Gort. Traveler.
Damn it. If only that infernal bard would shut his mouth.
What?
Spare a coin for an old veteran.
Yeah, sure.
Bless you, sir. Bless you.
You're welcome. What are you complaining about?
His name is Reynard Eventoned. Damn fool. Apparently thinks he's the divine's gift to singing. He's terrible. And he's loud.
Thought I saw another dragon.
You can hear his terrible performances from the streets. It's getting very irritating. The beggar, Ronte, has shown a particular interest in getting Reynard to shut up. For some reason. You could go speak with him. Perhaps he'd even pay you.
I might do that. I have run into Reynard the Eventone, and he is awful. What's the word around town?
I've heard a thing or two.
What is the word?
But it's
What's
going
the
to
good
cost
word?
you.
All right, here's 5 more coins.
Yes, that's what I like. Thank you.
Have you heard that bard, Reynard?
Oh,
He's
seriously?
Probably one
This
of
is
the
the
worst
same
musicians I've ever heard. And I've heard the wailing of
suckered
old
me,
Carol
buddy.
just cockeyed.
So you're a veteran.
Aye, that I am. Fought in the Great War against the Dominion. I lost my weapon, lost my sight, and lost my freedom. Can't do much now on account of my eye. If only I had an extra septum to help me buy a loaf of bread.
Oh, dude, I see where this is going. Any memories of your time as a soldier?
Lots of them. I was there, you know. At the Battle of the Red Ring. I saw the bloodshed, the chaos. I had a journal. Kept a record of all that I went through. But those damned bandits came through and stole all my belongings. Journal included. Serves me right for trusting that slimy Argonian and the tavern. Cowers and corners, or whatever his name is.
I could get it back for you.
You do that for an old beggar? Praise the divines. I'll reward you as best as I am able.
Okay, all right.
Talk to you later.
Let's go talk to Cowers and Corners real quick. He might have something more to tell us. If he's still hanging out in the inn. The Inn of Ill Repute. Is it here? No, that's Bertram's house. The Restful Watchman. Here we are. Alright. Is Cowers and Corners still here?
I could definitely go for a drink.
It seems to be like Arissa's sort of place. What are you doing?
You here to do business?
I'm here to talk to this gentleman right here.
What is it?
Crouches in crevices. Oh.
Until next time.
No word from him. So, I guess we're gonna spend the night here. Have something to eat.
Hello.
Play some dice? Yeah, sure. Why not? In the morning, we'll go tackle some of these errands we have to do. So, for now, everyone, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, share if you enjoyed the video so others can see, play some Skyrim with us, and we'll see you again next time. Alright, let's get to this game here.